Hello guys, haven't done a stream in a long time. Last time we left off, we were doing the Grove fight, and part 3 didn't make it onto YouTube, but let me just preface by saying we did attempt to do a live stream, and then unfortunately the game crashed. So we're repeating a little bit of what we've done before, unfortunately. But we're starting off today by doing the Grove fight. Meaning this, we're going to do some trading on the inside of the Grove, go talk to Kaga, and I think we'll finish up the episode by doing the little goblin fight underneath. I started the battle and tried to get us back to more or less where we were at, so we don't repeat anything. But for other people, this is probably, you know, a little crazy that we're getting thrown right into the action. But hey, that's what we're all about here. I have a bit of a sticky stick, meaning my my controller is a little bit sticky, unfortunately, as you can see. I'll try to fix it, but part of the downside of playing on a console is that you have these kinds of issues, so we're just gonna pull our guys back a little bit, and hopefully these guys can do something useful. I don't imagine that they will be able to. Wow, the AI is not too smart. Anyway, we also are going to get our first piece of equipment, which is super awesome. I cannot wait. We're going to finally get our first piece of, like, decent armor. There's Will using the arms of Hadar. Why? I have no idea. Oh, I didn't realize I was... Oh well. Take out the Booyog. Beautiful. Hide. Here's Zevlor on the Bugbear. Perfect. It's been a couple days since I last streamed or made a video of any sort. I've just been so busy. But it does feel good playing this game again, I've got to be honest. I don't think I ever get tired of playing Baldur's Gate. Alrighty, we missed. Maybe we hit him with a... we'll just go Fireball. We're probably going to take a long rest after this. Wow, 1 damage. Amazing. We'll definitely take a long rest after this. No action surge, so we'll just let it go. This fight's dragging on just a little bit. These enemies are high HP. Wow. Yeah, this fight is definitely dragging on just a little bit. But hopefully we can hit him with a sneak attack. And do some big boy damage. Sneak attack. Sneak attack. Sneak attack, there we go. I'm not sure why that was bugged out. Oh my, nice job, Astarion. Alright, on the Warg. Nice. Just 1 enemy left, I think, now, right? Just the Bugbear. Alrighty. Hopefully we can hit him with a couple of attacks here. Maybe Firebolt as well. Nice. And Lae'zel should be able to finish this guy off, I hope. Goodness. Well, hopefully Aerodin can finish him off. Or this lady. Somebody. Ah, perfect. Thank you. And we also got a level up. So this is a big episode. Alright, anyway. Let's get Lae'zel back.
Taste of goblins to come, I fear.
Alrighty.
Must be a horde nearby.
So we are going to get our first special item. That is massive. And then we'll do our level up here in a second. Let's just loot everybody. And I think there's a goblin back here. Yes, this is the one that Will kills. Alrighty. And then we'll take the gloves of power off of this gentleman here. And that's probably going to go straight on Lae'zel. Alright, gloves of power. So, on hit with a weapon attack, possibly inflict a 1d4 penalty to the target's attack rolls and saving throws, aka Bane. This is super good. We're going to give this to our melee character. who of course is going to be Lae'zel. And so she just got even stronger, because now she can possibly inflict Bane on a target, which is just... yeah, I love it.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Let's save the game real quick as well, so that we don't have to do this fight again, and then let's go and level up. This is a sort of a big level up for us. So we now get to pick our specialization. That special. Oh, I'm having a hard time. Specialization. Specialization. Holy smokes! There we go. So I haven't quite given much thought as to what I want to play with in this run, but we also get to pick a spell now, and I'm questioning what the spell could be. If we're thinking long term, what would be the most useful spell for us in this at this very instance? Knock is always a very useful spell, and there's some cheese that we can use with the knock spell. Invisibility is always great. Hold person is absolutely fantastic. We do have Shadowheart, who can also learn this, and she has higher wisdom, so we'll probably give that to her. Heat metal is okay. Enthrall, let me take a quick drink. Excuse me. Enthrall's not bad. Oh man, you guys can see probably how sticky my controller is. I definitely need to buy a new one. I'm pretty disappointed as well with just how poor the PlayStation 5 controllers lasted. Anyway, advantage on ability checks with a chosen ability. I don't think this is one that I can cast outside of combat, so I would say this is not particularly great. Crown of Madness. I think Cloud of Daggers is the one I'm considering, if I'm being completely honest with you. Cloud of Daggers is great. It's a level 2 spell, and I think it would provide us more use. But my constitution is actually very bad, so... I think I'm going to take Knock. And now we get to pick our specialization. So as I mentioned in the first episode or second, I don't even remember, I haven't really thought too much about what I want to actually use or be. College of Glamour gets the Mantle Inspiration, so I get 2 allies with Vigor and grant them 5 temporary hit points. If they hit with a melee attack, the attacker becomes charmed. I think that's not really that great. I don't know too much about how these classes level out. I will say, however, College of Swords is a pretty fantastic subclass if we want to use it. College of Valor, Combat Inspiration, 1d6 bonus to attack roll, ability check, saving throw, weapon class, or weapon damage, or armor class. That's not too bad. But these proficiencies that it's giving us, it's not great. We already have medium armor. The shield proficiency would be huge, though. This would be pretty good. College of Glamour, I'm not really sure if this is useful to us, like, at all, to be honest with you. This is like a temporary aid that we can give our allies, and then the attacker becomes charmed. I don't know if they have to make a save on this. Cannot attack the spellcaster. Spellcaster has advantage on charisma checks and dialogue. Yeah, I wouldn't say that that's what we want to do. College of Lore, Cutting Words. Use your wit to distract an enemy and sap its confidence. What does that do? I can't click on a summary of it or anything, which is kind of terrible. I feel like College of Valor might be our best bet. Swords Bard would be great. Only issue with like Swords Bard, in my opinion, we get a passive fighting style as well. As far as what's best for honor mode, Alright, I think we're gonna go for a Swords Bard. I was tempted to go for Valor. And Valor I still think might be better, because we're not really trying to be a frontline fighter is the thing. The Combat Inspiration is very good, because we get, obviously, I think, 4 Bardic Inspirations, and I do believe at level 4 or level 5 of a Bard, I'm not exactly sure, we get all of our Bardic Inspiration that gets restored on a short rest. And the shield proficiency is very, very nice for us, because I'm not planning on dual wielding, but there are some shields in this game that would allow us some extra stats. And for the medium armor proficiency, that's not really that useful. Martial weapons is what? No, I don't even know. I think we already have martial weapon proficiency. College of Lore. Yeah, I think Lore Bard is like where you're getting better at more skills. Am I correct on this assumption? Oh, I should have maybe done a little bit of research. Lore Bard. I can look this up really quickly and we can see as to what subclass we want to take. Or, sorry, what... Okay, so here's what Cutting Words does. I can use this as a reaction plus a Bardic Inspiration, and the target will receive a 1d6 penalty to attack roll, ability check, or saving throws. Okay, that's pretty good. If we pair that with like someone like Shadowheart, who, if she used like Hold Person or any other Wisdom saving throw, that's pretty decent. And then level 6, I learned 2 non-bard spells in the Magical Secrets list of level 3 or lower. That's pretty much all I get. So I'm basically making my allies better by passing ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws. That's kind of a weak... I mean, not weak, I should say, but I just feel like that's not as strong as I thought it would be. And then you also have the Glamour Bard, which gets Mantle of Inspiration, and then Mantle of Majesty we get at level 6, which is command a creature to flee, move closer, freeze, drop to the ground, or drop its weapon. Targets that are charmed automatically fail their saving throw. So you could combo that with this, right? And then at level 6, this bonus increases to 8 temporary hit points. And I can also increase this onto 3, so that would be the entire party, minus myself. And then at level 10, if I go all the way level 10, the bonus increases goes to 11 temporary hit points, and the increased targets goes to 4. So the whole party could be enchanted with Mantle of Inspiration. But even then, I could use a reaction, but I can only use it one time. I just read here that it says I can only use this for a single long rest. You know what? I'm going to honestly say not worth it. I don't think that's a good subclass. Obviously, there is Swords Bard, and I know Swords Bard is very, very good. You know, you have the Blade proficiency. At level 6, we would also get an extra attack, and then we can also get, obviously, a fighting style, which would allow us to do a little bit of extra damage if we're dueling. Like I said, this is not a class that I would prefer to get up close and personal with. It'd be great if we could use this class as like a backline sniper with this bow, just putting buffs. So it might be College of Valor, if I'm being 100% honest with you. I'm going to look into this class now as well. But let's take a look at Valor and see. So yeah, we get the Combat Inspiration. We still get a level 6 attack. At level 6, we still get extra attack. So it might be worth it to go with a College of Valor Bard for this run, because Combat Inspiration is a bonus action plus, of course, one Combat Inspiration bar or whatever. But obviously, our allies can get a 1d6 to attack rolls, ability checks, saving throws, weapon damage, or armor class. I think we're going College of Valor. Sorry that this took such a long time, but we finally got it. We get the Githyanki Psionics jump, and I can reassign my skill expertise if I want. I do not think I want to. I think we want to keep it on Deception, and... well, probably Persuasion, actually. Persuasion and Perception. In terms of spells that we have, I think Sleep is kind of pointless for us. So I think we'll take Cloud of Daggers, and that will give us... yeah, okay. I feel pretty good about this. Oh, sorry. Let's take Sleep out and put Cloud of Daggers in. Okay, sorry. That level up took forever. And this episode will probably be a pretty long level up as well. I should have also seen really quickly if my mic is working, because I did not check that. Let me just log in very quickly before we get any further. I get very worried with my mic. I get very worried. Let me just double check, make sure it's working. Let's see here. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, so now we go with Astarion, and I think it's pretty safe to say that there's two classes I'm looking at: Thief or Assassin. For me, I think Assassin's probably where we want to live and be. Thief is great if you go, like, let's say, double hand bows. The double bonus action is really, really good, but I think for this one, Astarion will be starting so many of these attacks, honestly. I did also say that we might change these guys' classes. Like, I might actually make Astarion the warrior of the class. But for now, we're going to build him out as an assassin, and then once we get to Withers, we'll respec everybody at a bit of a later date. For Gale, he is a transmutation wizard, and because of that, we need some offensive spells. Now, the main things that I'm going to say here that would be extremely useful is I already have Featherfall, and he's going to have an ability that he can use called Knock. His wisdom is pretty poor, so again, I'm going to take Cloud of Daggers here. And then I'm also maybe going to, I don't know, what would be another really good ability to take? Blur is not great. Enlarge, Reduce. I would say it's not great either, since it's a concentration as well. Misty Step, Scorching Ray might be good. Burning Hands. Let's give Gale Scorching Ray. And then for his spells, we'll take off Grease, and we'll take off Witch Bolt, and put both of these level 2s for him. Thunderwave is just great because it gives us the ability, if we want, to do damage, and then also shove opponents off. Okay, finally we have Lae'zel, who I think we all know where we're probably going to go with Lae'zel. It's going to be as a Battle Master. I think Eldritch Knight is honestly pretty good, but we're not building her that. Champion is awesome if we're building like a subclass or like a hybrid, but we're going Battle Master, and I think the best attacks, honestly, Disarming Attack is great. If it hits, obviously they're dropping their weapon. Precision Attack is kind of good in case we want to hit. Riposte, I think we'll take that. And then the last one, maybe Sweeping. I think Sweeping might be good. Pushing Attack is not bad if we want to push a target, but I mean, we would just shove them off, that's the thing. Maneuvering, Maneuvering Attack is pretty good. Goading Attack, What do we say, guys? I think Distracting Strike could be good. Commander Strike. I think we'll go for Distracting Strike as our last one. And she also gets the Gith Psionics Jump, which is a super useful ability to have. And there's our level up. Sorry that took such a long time. This episode is just going to be leveling up and trading, it seems like, in the Grove. I think maybe what we'll do is end this episode by talking to Kagha, because it seems like we're not going to have enough time to do everything that we wanted. So in case you guys get bored or anything, I do apologize. We're going to stop this thing happening over here, though. We're going to stop the Bugbear assassination right quick. Okay. So we'll stop the Bugbear. I always found this so strange that... I never understood this, by the way. When I first stumbled upon this fight with the Bugbear, I was like, what the hell is going on? I'm fairly certain we can take this guy out in one turn. Oh, Lae'zel wasn't sneaking. Okay, well, because we're an assassin now, we're going to get some extra bonuses off of this. Yeah, as you can see, we are cooking, my friends. Assassin, best class in the game, by far. By far, best class in the game. One of the best.
Never been much of a fighter, so wrestling a bugbear would have gone poorly.
Yep.
Let me guess. Your devil mistress sent you to get her soul.
Can I trade with her? Oh, she actually has a scroll of feather falling. Oh, we're just gonna try to pass this deception check. Alright. Nice, we get the coin.
Let's get going.
We can loot the bugbear now. And he's got a couple things for us. We're pretty much at our carry capacity as well. You know what I've also just realized? We haven't taken a single long rest yet, which is really, really amazing. We're just stacking up the supplies. So maybe it would be wise to take a long rest after we do some trading. And obviously we can't take these people. There is cannon supplies over here that's being watched by someone, so we'll come back because I think this person does leave at some point. So let's go talk to Zevlor and do this Eridan thingy really quickly.
There are children! You led them
Okay.
straight to us, and you let them take the druid too?
What chewed you up and spit you out?
Show some
Well, I didn't clean.
The human's eye twitches.
We did pass
He's about
the...
to blow.
Let's do the persuasion. I think we get some decent favor with our party mates.
Worried about your precious hides.
Enough! Squabble.
At least we...
Nice. Alright, perfect.
Arrive at any moment.
I like hearing this dialogue here.
This parasite than a few goblins. We need a healer.
You know what I never realized, by the way, is that the characters, when they talk, their mouths actually move. That's a small detail, but very much appreciated.
Forgive that. Thank you.
Alrighty.
For your help. Well met. Whatever your... This attack will only strengthen their resolve. Goblin got you.
Okay.
We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're refugees. We were
Okay.
bound for... I'm surprised. The high... Lucky... Afterwards, people looked at us, and... Thank you again, if you'll excuse...
Okay, cool. Let's go talk to the traders. I think what we'll do, honestly, is we'll pick up Will, talk to the traders, and then... Yeah.
No, you just care about your shoe.
Okay, Roland and them, we want to convince them to stay.
These
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
We definitely want to try to get them to stay. I think it's better if they stay, because this is a long quest.
She's right, Roland.
Thank you, Roland.
Okay, Roland stayed. Great. Let's go talk to Will.
That's the way.
Okay.
Go on. Not bad. You just have to buy enough time to run. Well,
You see the fiend again.
shit! Her name, I tracked her. She's out there now. I'd love to join, but I don't think a splendid plan. We'll talk.
Yeah, we've gained some approval with Gale so fast.
Waiting's getting to me.
Alrighty. Let's do some trading now, and let's see what we can do. We've pretty much recruited everyone that we can
Well met.
outside
Is
of
there
Karlek.
anything you need?
Alrighty.
Act fast if you do.
So we have
The
about a
ritual will be
negative
complete before too long.
30% discount. We're gonna do something that I like to sort by, which is... Oh my god, how do you sort? I haven't sorted in such a long time. So, oh my gosh. Sort by the value, there we go. Alright, so he has a couple useful things here that maybe we could get our hands on. Missile snaring gloves is really good. It reduces, obviously, any missiles that we get from range weapon attacks. 1d10, plus our dex modifier. I think we have a plus 3 dex modifier. So we can reduce damage at least by 4. And we are a particularly squishy character, so it would be nice to get these gloves for myself. The ringmail armor plus 1 is the same as Lae'zel's Githyanki half-plate. Plus 1 bonus to strength, saving throws, and checks. There's not that many in the game, though, so I think this is sort of useless for us. Rain Dancer is not a bad thing to have, because it gives us one single use of the Create Water spell. I wouldn't say it's particularly worth it, though. Now, the Chain Shirt, 14, and we also get a -1 less to the slashing damage, which is great. Hedge Wanderer, gain a +1 to dex saving throws and checks. That's pretty decent. Plus we get a 1 to nature, so very good. And then just the regular hide armor. Padded armor, scroll of haste, spell thief. Once per short rest, you regain a level 1 spell slot when you land a critical hit with the spell thief. So I think that this is like okay. I wouldn't say this is a particularly great spell. Ring of Flinging, the wearer gains a +1 1d4 bonus to throw damage. So if we had a throwing build, I would say let's go for it. This would be perfect, but we're not going down that road. And then Dragon's Grasp deals an additional 1d4 slashing damage to burning targets, which we do not have anything that can cause burning right now, so we're just going to avoid it. However, I'm also going to take the Dex helmet, because we can put that, I think, on Astarion. I think he already has the helmet, but I can put that on myself, and we can get some useful stats out of that. So we have a ton of stuff to sell, literally a ton of things to sell. The protection from evil and good, I'm just going to go ahead and sell all 5 of these scrolls. I'm not going to use them. And you're going to see how I sort my inventory in a little bit. We're going to start using poisons as well. We haven't had a need to use them. And honestly, I don't think for the rest of the game, if I'm being truthfully honest, do we ever need to use poison. It's just not that useful, honestly. You know what, actually, let me not put the scroll of grease away. And let me keep all the scrolls. The scrolls are super useful. Let me not sell things that we could use. We will definitely keep the scrolls if we can. And you're going to see that we have so much stuff to sell and barter and trade with that, I mean, it's almost a little bit ridiculous. The void bulbs, I think we're just going to sell the void bulbs as well, along with all of these books. There's no need to have all of these books in our possession. These clamshells, the desolate clothing, the inkpot, the javelins, the quarterstaffs, perfect. And we're just going to try to outright trade if we can. There we go. So we'll take those 2 things. And we've gotten a little bit stronger, because now we have these gloves, which I'm not a big fan of the blue whatever, but it kind of goes with the armor. And then I can also put the additional helmet on my guy. So this helmet makes me look kind of like a bit of a dingleberry, but we're going to rock it and we're going to roll with it. But now we get a +1, I believe, to our dex saving throws. And then what we're going to do is head on down here to talk to Damon and do some trading as well, and pick up the armor and items that he has at his disposal. We're going to also talk to Cannon again, or Roland, excuse me, because there is a unique interaction.
And what about us? Our best chance to make it to Baldur's. You are looking. Yeah, I've heard that name before.
Word in war.
Of course.
In that case, I'd very much appreciate it if you could arrange
Can I
an
hurt
introduction
trade with him?
should we
Oh,
reach
no.
the city.
If it's powerful acquaintances, you're few can man. In years to come, you.
Alrighty. And now we'll talk to Damon.
Thanks for fighting. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment.
Alrighty. So again, same thing. We'll see what Damon has. So he has the ringmail armor. He also has chainmail, which I think is kind of expensive right now. There is armor we can find, like literally right outside the door, actually, when you fight those 2 people with the dead brother. I forget they're like Scottish or something. Anyway, he has chainmail on him, so we're not going to buy that. The one thing that he does have, there's a few things. So he has the first-hand crossbow that we can actually encounter in this game, which is kind of cool. Because we are the College of Valor, though, I don't think we need it. Hunting shortbow, you have advantage on monstrosity-type enemies. I don't know if there's any monstrosity enemies coming up. I know there is the... Oh, I forget what the freaking monster is with all the eyes. I think that's obviously when we get down to the Temple of Saluna, but there's nothing yet. There's a Morning Star, a quarterstaff. The Safeguard Shield is pretty good, and I think that might be the first actual thing that we try to buy, just because it gives us a +1 to saving throws. There's also the light crossbow, which in my opinion might be worth trying to pick that up, just because it does a little bit more extra damage. And then there's all this other stuff too, metallic boots, whatnot. It might be worth it, actually. If he had leather boots, I would buy the leather boots, but he does not, so I think maybe we still buy the leather boots, or the metal boots, but we don't, we're not going to rock with them forever. Okay, and then as for everybody else, obviously Astarion has a dagger, and he has this light crossbow. No, this does a little bit higher base damage, but one less max total damage, so I would say not worth it for us. For Gale, he definitely doesn't need a quarterstaff or anything. And then Lae'zel is going to have the Everburn Blade for a extremely long time. So we're just going to go ahead and keep selling some stuff off. Just useless crap, pretty much, that we no longer need. And we'll get rid of anything that's not giving us an increase in stats. Plus the shield, the bucket, rope, yep. While I'm doing all of this, I do want to say that these episodes will typically be about probably an hour long or so. I can't imagine making them much longer than that. Nor do we probably need to make these episodes any longer. I think it's just so difficult already with trying to manage everything in a game that each episode being as long as it is makes a good amount of sense. The ringmail armor, yeah, we're going to get rid of that. The great axe, the pick. Yes, we want to get rid of all of this stuff. The grease bottles we are going to keep, though. Those could be useful to us. The rings, the studded shield. Potion of animal speaking, we'll definitely keep that. A torch, those 3 bones, we don't need those. Yeah, Karlach already has a war axe, so we don't need to keep this. The Watcher's Guide might be useful, but for now we'll just sell it. And, yeah, let's go to Lae'zel, because she has some stuff that she's got to sell. Mainly, all of these leather armors, and we'll also get some gold off of this gentleman as well. All of his gold, probably. You can see just how much stuff Lae'zel has on her person. Because we are going to min-max a little bit here, naturally. We just want to free up her inventory really quickly. And Damon should have enough gold to balance the offer. Perfect. So we're getting some additional items here. So now we got a little bit richer. 626. Perfect. Alright, so now
I miss my forge.
we can equip the safeguard shield, which is great. Oh. Sorry, there we go. I just wanted to show both my... What am I doing? There we go. Pretty cool. So we got the shield, we have the rapier, and then I'm also going to put some metal boots on. This gives us a +1 to athletics. I mean, it's more useful to us than nothing, I suppose. And then what we can do is, let's go back to camp. I think this is our first time going back to camp, actually, if I'm not mistaken. No, not quite, but anyway. Gale is gonna be given the light armor. I hate the way it looks on him, believe me, but we need all the extra help that we can get.
I have a lot on my mind.
We might also take a long rest. But we have Will, and we also have Shadowheart. So we're gonna pick her up real quick.
Blade of Frontiers. Your dance card
And
is
we're
full.
gonna
Loser, wonderful.
level up both of these characters. I don't know why did the quest just why did the quest Daughter of Darkness, well, whatever.
The
Alrighty.
Blade of Frontiers at your calling.
Sorry, but
Okay,
room for me.
you can take Gale.
let's make this happen.
Alright, so we now have obviously Shadowheart and also Will at our disposal. In terms of weapons, I don't think Shadowheart can use any of these weapons that I have in my inventory, which really sucks. Not even a... Oh, she can actually use a hand axe. Well, let's keep the bludgeoning at that point. There's no point. Everybody has something.
The pride of the gate.
Now, Will, we're definitely going to have to fix up just a little bit. But as for Will, let's level him up first, as he is the warlock in question here. So, warlocks, interesting class, really. Here's the thing I'm going to say with Will. I think we turn him possibly into either a Saladin, or, well, I guess it'd be more like a Palak or a Warladin. Is that how you'd say it? I don't know what is the specific build that we're trying to go for, but the last run that I made on Tactician, which was my first ever run on Tactician, I was a Sorlock, actually. And I think I went down the road of 2 Warlock levels and 10 Sorcerer levels. And that shit was busted. Eldritch Blast in this game is absolutely ridiculous, my friends. Absolutely ridiculous. Unfortunately, in that run, I was a Dark Urge and did not know that the Potent Robe, which adds your Charisma modifier, would be such a amazing item until after the fact. And the only way to get that is, of course, getting that from Alfira after you save all of the gnomes and I think some people from the Grove, which I did all of those other things, but unfortunately because as the Urge, spoiler alert, you kill her, I was not able to get the Potent Robe. This run, Will could definitely be much more useful than I ever find him in previous runs, as he is just bonkers, or I should say the class is bonkers itself. So what we're going to first do is pick up Will's main spell. So this is, what is this? His, okay. So I always just take Hellish Rebuke, and I'm also going to take Agonizing Blast and Repelling Blast for his Eldritch Blast total. And then, I'm not a big fan of Arms of Hadar, honestly. I feel like any of these other spells are quite better. Hex is great, but it's only attacks with the weapon. So this is great for a Hexblade Warlock, but not so great for that. We could try a Charisma Command as well. Or sorry, a Command spell, which I think that might be more useful to us, if I'm being 100% honest with you. Arms of Hadar, though, isn't that an AoE? Prevents targets from using reactions. I think it is an AoE that does 212 necrotic. No, I still think we're going to want to take Command instead. His Wisdom's not anything to go, write home about, but Command is a very useful spell to have, so we're going to take that. And then we'll get to now pick an additional spell for Will to have. So Misty Step is quite good because it's a level 2 Warlock spell. Hold Person is quite good as well. Will's stats are the only kind of tough thing, right? His Dexterity is 13, Constitution's 14, Intelligence 13. We're definitely going to change Will. Like, we will probably make Will a Warlock that's going to be the Great Old One so that we can get the critical that comes with that. Like, if you crit on a Eldritch Blast, it does, I think it fears everyone around him. But for now, just because he's going to probably be someone that we're going to utilize as a caster, let's go for a triple Cloud of Daggers. Pact of the Chain, Pact of the Blade, Pact of the Tome. We'll do Pact of the Tome. Okay, so he's going to be kind of a half caster, mainly a caster. And then we have Shadowheart, our cleric, who I also have to I have to fix her class as well. So we're going to take this out of the equation and put Hold Person, and we're good. Hold Person is probably the best spell in this game for paladins, if you get a cleric plus a paladin. Anyway, we have some work to do. Lots of work to do. Withers is not here yet. I think we have to take our first long rest. But with that being said, we are probably going to go ahead and end this small mini live stream here. It's aptly named, whatnot. But, yeah, we're going to go ahead and just end the episode here. Small one today, level ups, grove fight, and I guess our first long rest. Which I guess we could do that really quickly. Why don't we do a long... Well, no. Next episode we'll come back, we'll talk to all of our companions, push their quests along, and then we're also going to take our first long rest of the night, and do all the stuff that comes with that as well. And in the morning we'll do more Grove details. You can see my left stick just bugging out. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.